Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are boarding the Sapphire Princess. We're heading to Antarctica. We are here in the city of Villa del Mar, and we are taking a taxi to about 10 to 15 minutes to the cruise. And we were here since yesterday, so we slept here in this city. And we're gonna board and check out the cruise ship briefly, and I'll take you through the boarding process so you know what to expect should you ever choose to take this cruise. It's going to be like a 16-night Antarctica cruise with stops in South in Chile, Argentina, Falklands Islands, Montevideo, Uruguay, and such. So it's going to be a very, very interesting cruise. We were informed by our taxi driver that we might have a problem because the ship is out. We do see it, but it's not docked at the pier, and that means that either there was no space for it today somehow, or that the waters are a little bit rough today, and that it could not, dock here in the port. We're gonna check what that is all about. Hopefully we are still able to get on the boat as quickly as possible, and it's supposed to leave at around 6 p.m. later later this evening, and getting the last looks of this beautiful city. I think right now we're more in Valparaiso, where we should be taking it. So guys, we have been waiting in the terminal for like 2 hours already. We can now board. The cruise ship is not in port, and we've been told like right now it's like 1 p.m. and they are telling us that the boarding will start until like 4:30, and that depends if the cruise ship is coming to dock. And I believe that right now it is. I'm not sure where it's going to dock exactly, but we are here closer to the water, to the backside of the terminal, and the ship was way back there, and I don't see the anchors on in the water, so that means that it's probably moving so it can dock somewhere over here. It's been a bit chaotic, and we are even recommended to go get something to eat in the city and come back, and maybe we'll get, maybe we won't. The problem right now is that everyone still needs to get off the ship. That process takes a couple of hours, and for the ships to be cleaned so we can get on. So this is going to be like a long day, not expected, but things that can happen with any cruise really. So right now it's definitely coming in port. So somewhere back here, I'm still curious of where exactly. I don't see like a clear part of the pier that is going to be clear part of the pier where it's going to be docking. So I decided here in Villa del Mar to have a Heineken, just one beer, just to, I was making a joke about drinking the beer, but actually in Chile it's very common to drink these 1 liter type bottles. We see them everywhere, and not just of the Heineken, but also many of the other brands, the local brands also. And waiting for our food right now. And this incredibly looking ceviche, we decided to go for the large one, and so we can share it. And for the main course, I ordered the salmon with margarita sauce, and I do see some shrimps on top of it. Usually I'm not eating those, but I'm gonna take the chance this time. Hopefully everything goes right. Some potato and quite a bit of salad. So guys, welcome again. This is day 2 after last night, yesterday, the chaos that was about boarding the cruise. It's something that, we can't really blame Princess Cruises. It's things that happen with the port and with nature really. The high waves caused that it could not come in port. And we do have another problem today. We are skipping our Punta Arenas port of call. We stopped here at San Antonio, but we cannot get off the ship. We are here pretty much in a container port of Chile still. And we're gonna refuel here and continue straight to Ushuaia, Argentina. That's gonna be interesting. And in the meantime, this video is going to be more about the cruise a little bit. I'm going to show you around more or less, because we are going to take like 3 days to get to Ushuaia. It's still a long way to go. And yeah, we just had like a brief midday snack. I had a burger, my father had some tacos. The food so far has been really good. The crew has been really nice. And right now we are just walking around the cruise. So initially we wanted to check the map of where everything is, but we decided to just start walking around. Sometimes that's the best way to get to know your ship. This is the back part, by the way, and I kind of really like it. There are whirlpools back here. Don't know how much use those will have during this very cold trip, but there are swimming pools and it looks really nice. I mean, obviously we do have this weird background right now, which I don't mind. It's kind of different. You're never really this close to these things. What they are doing right now is just refueling, and we are right now, it's around 2 p.m. and we're supposed to have left already, but they're still not ready, and they assume that we'll be leaving this port now at around 6 p.m. So some delays, some changes. Those are things that can happen really on any cruise, but especially this one is a 16-night cruise from Valparaiso to Antarctica, and then back up to Buenos Aires, Argentina. 60 nights, it's like more than 2 weeks. I've never been on a cruise more than 7 nights, so this is going to be pretty long and very interesting, hopefully. And to be honest, I'm a little bit concerned because I do get seasick quite often, and that's something that I'm definitely concerned about. If you can, after this video, Google the Drake Passage, in case you haven't heard of it, then you will definitely know what I'm talking about. Also, my father is pointing out that there is a ship coming into port, container ship. This one is large, huh? This one not so much. And we can see the tides, we can see some waves back here, so we understand why things happened yesterday, for sure. And now we are preparing to leave the port of San Antonio, Chile. Last night we didn't get to see the ship depart, so we will today, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty interesting departure. Now we are already moving, and this port seems to be pretty tight. Not a lot of room for error. And the pilot boats here, we have 2 of the pilot boats, one here, one there. Well, actually a third one also, helping out with the getting out part, which we will do over there. Now this has been very, very impressive to see how they maneuver the ship to get out of this port. And it was almost nerve-wracking at some point because one of the buoys was very, very close to the front of the ship. Right now we are more or less in the mid part of it. And I like this area, this nice little hill also that we can see. And for now, 3 days of sailing and 3 days at sea until we reach Ushuaia, Argentina. That's our next destination. Good morning, guys. After a pretty good night's sleep, I had the best night's sleep so far, I think. We are heading for breakfast right now at the aft of the ship. That means the back of the ship. And we gotta look where that is exactly. We gotta take the elevators. When you are in a ship, it's like, you know, you have to figure your way out. You have to get familiar with it. That's one of those funny things that the first couple of days you are just kind of lost everywhere. So after having breakfast, we are taking a look outside and checking out the temperature, which is not too cold yet. Feels like 18 to 20 degrees. And the boat has definitely been rocking since yesterday. This is our first full day at sea. And while you're walking, you're like moving as if you're drunk. That's the funny part. And this is the backside of the ship. And another great way to see how the ship is moving is checking out the swimming pools. I see the water inside, how it's rocking from one side to the other. It doesn't seem too bad, but definitely gives you a little bit of the guy's checking out the temperature. Maybe he wants to get in later on. But right now the rocking definitely gives just about everybody a little bit of a hard time walking. You gotta definitely check or take good precaution not to fall down.
And later forecast to swing around and come from the west. With moderate movement of the ship expected later on, those of you who are susceptible to motion sickness should take any medication that you have for this now before sea and wind conditions increase. Also, anytime the ship is in open waters, everyone should use caution when moving around the ship, always watching your footing and making use of the many handrails provided. Also take care when opening any doors leading out onto the open decks, as gusts of wind can take you by surprise if you're not expecting it.
Since departing from San Antonio, Sapphire Princess has sailed a total distance of 834 nautical miles, equivalent to 960 land miles, with an average speed of 19.6 knots, or 22.5 miles per hour. We currently have a further 736 nautical miles left to go until we reach our next destination, Ushuaia.
So guys, here is the situation. We are at, day 3 of sailing, and the seas got pretty rough this morning. We are
down to around 60 degrees Celsius, so it's a whole lot colder than it was yesterday. And we also, on top of that, have 8 COVID cases, unfortunately, on the ship. So we gotta start wearing masks, preferably inside. It's not mandatory yet, but hopefully it will be under control. And apart from that, we have been looking at the water from our own cabin, and the waves, certainly from our point of view, are very, very big compared to yesterday. And the ship is rocking pretty darn good, and it seems like it's only going to get worse and worse. So what we can tell you is that the ship is definitely to the side, it's definitely to the left.
And how, on the face of it, they're similar. They're at the ends of the earth, they're very cold, they're kind of white. That's an ocean. It's an ocean surrounded by continents, and it's an ocean that's frozen, and it has large land mammals.
After checking out those waves, we are having lunch now, a brief lunch here in the international dining room.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are here checking out the southern part of Chile, along the fjords here. We are approaching Ushuaia, which we will be getting to in less than 24 hours. And right now we just had breakfast briefly, and right now on top of the ship to check out the rest of this area. But I mean, it's really, really nice already. After taking an easy day today and checking out the scenery, right now we are heading for dinner. And to wrap up this day, tomorrow we are in Ushuaia, hopefully.
Dolphin, deck 9.
So what you can do is eat at the buffet, but we decided to go for the first couple of days to go for the official dining room. And here's where they serve you. They have the best food and such, so we prefer this one, at least for now. Hello. Good. So this one is the crab cake with tomato carpaccio around it. Let's have a bite. I have to say that the food here on Princess has been really, really good, and one of the things that I've most liked about this cruise. And yeah, my father's having a shrimp cocktail. This is my second dish, which is chicken with black beans and corn and pico de gallo. Looks really, really good. It's cold, but very, very good. And I'm gonna keep enjoying this until I get to the main course. And now we're ready for the scallops with some cauliflower and asparagus. Let's give this one a try. Really, really good. One of those cool things that you can do on a cruise is just order two. And in my case, I decided to have 2 desserts, a cheesecake and also a recommended chocolate dessert. And they both look really, really good. I'm gonna go for the cheesecake first. Everything has been so good tonight. I'm gonna finish these 2, and later on we're going for a comedy night. So guys, thank you for watching this episode. We finally arrived at Ushuaia. Super windy. We are going to check out the city, but for that you have to subscribe, like this video, and be pending for the next one from Ushuaia. Super windy and super beautiful so far. Check it out, subscribe, and be pending for the next episode.